Well, guys, happy December. I hope you enjoyed the Whovember segment. Well, those of you who are Doctor Who fans definitely would have done, hopefully. So we now kick off December on Semajical Reviews. And there are some delayed reviews that we need to get to. The first of which being the subject of tonight's episode. That being Elevator Game. I take it you're familiar with the actual game itself. I don't think any of you have ever tried to play it, but the actual story of the game. Or the actual story of the game, which ends up being the instructions on how to play it. Well, this film, spoiler alert, is about a group of friends who tries to play the elevator game for an internet show they make. And one person in particular joins the group as an informant, as like he's trying to find out what happened to his sister who disappeared. So he tries the game himself and ends up going into the other world. Now, I think only to find himself almost a victim of that lady spirit. The monster. I think I should explain to you then how the game works, so-called. Basically, you need to enter a building with an elevator that has at least 10 floors, and once on the elevator, well, you need to make sure you're alone as well. Once on the elevator, you tap a sequence of floors in a specific order. And once you get to floor 5, a woman will enter the elevator, but you must not speak to or look at her. At this point, you hit the button for floor number 1, and the elevator will start going up until you reach floor number 10. At this point, you must leave the elevator without looking back over your shoulder. If you do this, you've successfully entered the other world. The other world is all dark and red. No electronics will work once in this world. And you step out of the building to find a red sky with a cross in the corner, with a cross in there. And now, to get back to our world, you go into the same elevator, repeat the same sequence in reverse. Remember, without looking at or talking to that woman, because she's not human. And if you succeed in all that, you've made it home successfully to our world. And this is exactly, spoiler alert, what happens to the character who plays the whole game. Now, spoiler alert, he doesn't manage to find his sister, But he does manage to get a group into the elevator to play the game with him. I think I'm going to stop there. I told you too much. So, if I've interested you in this film, please go and watch it. It is an excellent adaptation of that paranormal game. And I hope I haven't inspired you to go and try it for yourselves. Because obviously, messing with elevators is not an okay thing to do. Anyway, if you have seen this film, what are your opinions? Let me know in the comments below. The next film up for review will be the Japanese horror film Ghost Station. Oh dear. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews. We're in December now, and I'm doing this advent calendar style. Although I'm catching up on reviews that I delayed. So you might remember yesterday when I reviewed Elevator Game. Sorry, my mind went blank there. Today, or tonight, actually, to be more precise, I'm going to be reviewing a Japanese horror film, the same one I announced at the end of the previous episode. The Ghost Station 2023, the most recent one of these types of supernatural horror films. Now, Japan are very good at these normally. This is about a railway station. Well, so it says, where kids are mysteriously killed. Now, when I first saw the trailer to this film, I instantly recognized it as being based on the Japanese urban legend of Teke Teke, which, by the way, is about the ghost of a young woman who was killed by a train, and now is a vengeful spirit who lures young people onto the same track she was killed to get killed by trains by making the same noise a train would make as it goes along the tracks, the teke teke sound. And at first glance, that's what this film appears to be, but okay, spoiler alert, it just goes off in its own direction from that point and hardly ever focuses on the story of young kids or young people getting killed by trains, by a vengeful spirit luring them there. Instead, We get references to the ring of the Wazoo. There's even a well there, which we learn that some bastard traps young kids in. And we learn that this bastard set up an orphanage just so he could do this to punish the kids. Bottom line, guys, you can see the film if you want, but don't expect there to be much of the ghost station of the title in it, because it hardly ever plays a part in the story. Come on, Japan, why call this film The Ghost Station if the ghost station of the title is not your main plot line? It makes no sense. Yeah, in case you haven't noticed by that small thing, guys, this film's rubbish. I wouldn't recommend seeing it. So, but if you're J-horror fans, you might have seen it already. If you have, let me know what you thought in the comments below. But it just wasn't a good film, in my opinion. Okay, guys, now, next time, I'll be venturing into the Netflix film library to review the animated film Dragon Quest: Your Story. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome to the third Advent Calendar style video for Semajical Reviews, where in this month of December, I'm doing, as I said, Advent Calendar style reviews, and I'm getting caught up on reviewing films I've seen in recent months. So without further ado, let's jump over to the Netflix animated game-based film Dragon Quest: Your Story. Well, spoilers ahead for those who haven't managed to see this film yet. But this is basically a film based on the 5th game in the Dragon Quest series by Akira Toriyama. It's got his art style and everything, and it deals with the adventure of a young man in this world that goes off on a quest I guess it would be to fight a dragon. Now, I actually found it a bit difficult to follow the story because these were games I'm unfamiliar with. But I still enjoyed the film, despite all that. And, well, the ending is probably one you can see coming from a mile away by the subtitle of the film. Shock horror. They're all just playing the game. That's how it, and that is the actual ending. The characters in the film are characters in the game, and there are people playing the game. Spoilers. If you're fans of the game in which on which this film was based, you'll be able to take a lot more away. You'll be able to take away a lot more from it than I was, as someone going in blind to the franchise. So, and basically needing to have my brother explain some pieces of the story to me so I could understand. So, but anyway, you've heard my opinion already. If you've seen this film, what's your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, now that is it for the films for now that I need to catch up on reviewing. So if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to leave my next review a surprise. If that's possible. So I shan't reveal what it is until that goes up. So, but you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what it is. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hello and welcome back to Semajical Reviews, where it is time to carry on our Advent Calendar style videos with the 4th of December and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban book and film. Now, of course, let's start with the book, which was released in 1999 over here in the UK. It tells the story of Harry Potter's third year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, where he is under protection because there's an escaped mass murderer on the loose who is apparently after him to finish what he started 12 years prior. But the twists and turns, oh, the twists and turns, okay. we actually come to learn that Ron's rat, spoiler alert, is an animagus wizard named Peter Pettigrew, and he was the one who betrayed Harry's parents. Yeah, spoilers for those who didn't know that, who hadn't read the book or seen the film. What are you doing watching this? And of course, we are introduced to Remus Lupin, a werewolf who becomes Defense Against the Dark Arts professor in this story. And Sirius Black, the pre-alluded to escaped killer. Well, or is he? Well, as it turns out, he was actually the best friend of Harry's father, and by extension, his mother. And he was actually asked to be Harry's godfather, dun dun dun, at Harry's birth. And now we get into the introduction of a new piece of magic here, the Fidelius charm, which hides a secret within a living person's soul. And it can't be tortured or influenced out of them. They have to willingly want to give the secret up. And we learn that Peter Pettigrew was the secret keeper, not Sirius. And we also have a bit of time travel in here when it comes to saving the lives of Buckbeak, a hippogriff we're introduced to in this story, and Sirius himself. Because we're introduced to a time turner, a magical device, which is this kind of neck watch with a tiny little hourglass in there that you turn it to travel back the amount of time you want to travel. Now, why are we introduced to Buckbeak in the first place? Well, of course, Hagrid becomes the Care of Magical Creatures professor in this book. Okay, we are also introduced to four other new characters in this book. And those characters are Aunt Marge, that's Harry's uncle's sister, Stan Shunpike, conductor of the night bus, Ernie Prang, the driver of the night bus, and Professor Sybil Trelawney, the divination professor at Hogwarts. Now, what are you, well, I know you're probably asking right now, but what is this night bus you talk of? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm about to explain. It's this giant violet-coloured triple-decker bus, which appears to whichever wizard is a stranded witch or wizard. To hail it, all they have to do is stick out their wands. So basically, it works in the same way as a normal Muggle bus, except instead of just sticking your hand out to let the driver know you want to get on, you hold out your wand instead, and that's their identifier. So, and add this to the forms of magical transportation list. So far, forms of transportation we've seen in the series at this point. Obviously, the Hogwarts Express. That goes without saying. Broomsticks. That goes without saying. Arthur Weasley's flying Ford Anglia. And now at this point, Buckbeak and the Night Bus. We're also introduced to some other magical creatures, these known as the Mentors. Horrific creatures that basically, you know when you're being attacked by a Dementor, everything around you goes ice cold, and they creep up on you, and basically they'll probably just throw you against a wall or something, and well, but the worst part about it is you'll receive a Dementor's kiss if they get the chance. Oh, a kiss, James. That doesn't sound too bad. No, 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 no. Don't you go thinking that, because that's not what a Dementor's kiss is. A Dementor's kiss is when they clasp their... well, for want of a better word, mouth over yours and suck your soul out. Leaving you an empty shell of the person you once were. Okay. And we also are introduced to boggarts. What is a boggart? Oh, James, why are you talking about the actor from Casablanca? No, I'm not talking about him. Boggarts are shapeshifters. They take the form of what a particular person fears the most. That's what makes them so terrifying. And the only way to finish them off is to laugh at them. Hence the charm, ridiculous. And how do you get rid of a Dementor? Well, you use the Patronus charm, of course. Okay. And we are also introduced to the Firebolt broomstick in this book, as it's given to Harry as a Christmas present by you-know-who. What, Voldemort giving Harry a Christmas present? Not that you-know-who. Okay, okay. Okay, I think we should stop talking about it here. James, you missed Cornelius Fudge out. No, I didn't. We met him in the last book. So now the film from 2004 follows the same story beats, obviously because it's an adaptation, but there are some differences. I forgot to mention the Marauders map, didn't I? Silly me. Duh! But yeah, so the difference is, well, the difference here is, in the book, we actually get the backstory of the Marauders map and how it was created. The film doesn't give us any such backstory. It just introduces us to the map and then leaves us to figure out the rest. So, but what do I think of the book first? An excellent read, well worth it if you're looking for something new to read. And the film is actually my personal favourite out of all of the films. So guys, if you have read Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban and seen its film adaptation, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments. That's it for this episode though, guys. See you again tomorrow for another review. What's it gonna be? Well, you'll have to wait and see, I'm afraid. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Ho ho ho, guys, and welcome to day 5 of the Advent season here on Semajical Reviews. Now, I've reviewed the first 2 seasons in full of this show before on Semajical Reviews, so it's now time for me to return with a review of the 3rd season. It's South Park. Now, I just need to stress that South Park is not a show for kids, despite the fact that I've been watching it myself since I was 10. And who would I be to judge any parents who are letting their kids watch it, right? So this season of South Park originally ran between 1999 and 2000 for 17 episodes, which took the show's total number of episodes to 48 by the end of the 3rd season. And the storylines include in this, well, some of the storylines in this season include Cartman and Kenny using the brown note during a worldwide recorder concert. Well, our 4 main boys using the brown note during a recorder concert. Getting sent to the Costa Rican rainforest on a choir tour. And getting in with the Pokemon craze, which is a parody of the Pokemon craze of the 90s. And basically, all hell breaks loose in these 17 episodes, because we also have the Meteor Shower trilogy, which is basically the characters of Cartman, Stan, and Kyle, and what they have to go through during a meteor shower while their parents are at the party. And we also see Starvin' Marvin return for a sequel episode, which sends them into space. And we meet a new alien race called the Marklars, who refer to everything and everyone by their noun of Marklar. And then, of course, we have the annual Halloween special called Groovy Pirate Ghost Mystery, which is a Scooby-Doo parody featuring the band Korn as the Mystery Inc. gang. And the Christmas special, which this time around is just a collection of Christmas songs. So, now I wish I could describe every episode for you guys, but given the platform this video is up on, that wouldn't be appropriate. For obvious reasons. And it's because of the subject matter of a lot of these episodes, okay? If I was to describe them all for you here, then I could lead my channel into trouble, and I don't want that. So that's why you're getting this version of the review instead of the original recording. But anyway, the episodes I've highlighted are all very good episodes, as are the rest of the episodes I haven't highlighted. And if you're fans of this season, what are your favourite episodes? Let me know down in the comments. And you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the next review is going to be. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a magical time. Hi guys, and welcome to day 6 of the Advent Calendar portion of Semajical Reviews, where every day in December leading up to and including Christmas, I'm picking one random thing to review. And for the first time ever on any review show, I'm starting to review Friends. Season by season. So, you can call this the one where James reviews Friends Season 1. Okay. Because Friends Season 1, of course, is the subject of tonight's review. Now, this season of Friends, first and foremost, first broadcast on the WB, the Warner Brothers network, between 1994 and 1995 over in the US. for 24 episodes and introduces us to our 6 main characters. Those being Ross Geller, played by David Schwimmer. He's a paleontologist, and he's introduced to us as a pretty down on his luck 26-year-old in this season, whose wife has divorced him and has set up with another woman. Anyway, we'll get on to that as part of the storylines. When we have his sister Monica, so that's Ross Geller, played by David Schwimmer. His sister Monica, played by Courtney Cox. Now, she is a chef in a restaurant. And she's also a clean freak, as we come to learn about her in the series. Then we have Phoebe Buffay, played by the lovely Lisa Kudrow. Now, she's actually a masseuse. Yeah, she works in a massage parlor, but she does little side gigs of performing her own music. And yes, in case you're wondering, she is a bad singer. And has enough of an ego to think she's a good singer. And her song Smelly Cat rises her to some level of fame. Okay. No, I'm not going to sing it here. No, no, no. Moving on to our next character, our next main character. That would be Joey Tribbiani, played by Matt LeBlanc. He's an actor, and he's the second youngest of our main characters. He's only 25 come the start of the series. And he doesn't seem to be lucky in any way, shape, or form with the roles he gets. So, and he is the roommate of our next character, Chandler Bing, played by the unfortunately now late and, well, great to some, I'll say, Matthew Perry. God may he rest in peace. Now, he actually works as an executive type figure for a company. And can be, like the rest of them, somewhat crazy sometimes. And then we get into the last of our main characters, who is also the youngest of the main group, Rachel Green, played by Jennifer Aniston. She's introduced to us as a runaway bride at the start of the very first episode, who has left her husband-to-be, Barry, at the altar. And she quickly then has to settle into a mundane life as a normal person. not counting on her dad to give her anything, because she's actually grew up in an affluent family, getting everything handed to her. And this marriage was arranged. By the way, Mr. Green, arranged marriages are illegal in this part of the world. And so the story now, here we go. Some of the storylines of the season, here we go. Some of them involve a blackout in which Chandler ends up trapped in an ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre. I'm trapped in an ATM vestibule with Jill Goodacre. And Joey getting cast as Al Pacino's butt. What? Okay. And then, obviously, the storyline I mentioned at the start of the series, with Ross becoming divorced, or Ross being divorced from his wife, Carol, who has now gone off and started a relationship with another woman. Yeah, well, this was made in the middle of a decade that wasn't known for being very nice to the LBGT community. Some other storylines of this season include Ross adopting a monkey named Marcel, and that monkey being nothing but trouble. And the birth of Ross's son, Ben, at the end of the season. So, yeah, I had to mention about the whole thing there. But since there are 24 episodes to go through all the plots of it in this season, I actually can't do that because the video would just take too long to make. So my overall opinion of the season is it's a great season and a great start to a 10-year-long legacy. What are your opinions of this season, and what are your opinions? Yeah, what are your opinions of any of the episodes? Let me know in the comments below. Now, of course, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the next review is going to be of. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. And remember, I'll be there for you. Hello guys, and welcome to day 7 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Calendar style. season. And, well, you might be wondering why I picked this particular book to review as part of the Advent Calendar style. But I'm reviewing it here anyway. It's Lord Loss, Book 1 of the Demonata series by Darren Shan. Yeah. So, spoilers ahead for this review. If you haven't read the book yet, go and read it, and then come back and watch this. Okay, because the book tells the story of Grubs Grady, whose family are all savaged by a demon, and he's sent to live with his uncle Dervish in Carshry Vale, where he meets a young lad named Billy and teams up with him and Dervish to do battle against the Demonata. The demon is revealed to be Lord Loss, and he was the one responsible for savaging Grubbs' parents and sister, leaving him an orphan. Yes, I know. A very cheerful story for me to be reviewing as part of the Christmas season here on the show. But this is a review that I didn't get around to doing in October, only due to that Monster Month being 5 parts long. So I thought I'd review it here instead. Now, what do I think of this book? Well, for a first book in a series, it is a very well told story, a lot of fun to read, and if you're into your demons and you're into your horror, then this is the book for you. If you have read the book, let me know what you think in the comments below. As usual, guys, I'm not going to reveal what the subject of the next review is going to be. You'll have to wait till tomorrow to find that out. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Ho, ho, ho. Hey guys, and welcome to day 8 of the Semajical Reviews Advent season, or Advent calendar countdown style. And for this episode, I've decided to return to the land or the world of The Simpsons to review their third season. Yes, that's right. This season of The Simpsons, originally broadcast on Fox between 1991 and 1992, for 24 episodes, which took the series total of the time to 59. And the episodes themselves, well, there's too many of them to describe in their there's too many of them to describe in a full list, but this is where I'm going to highlight some of my favourites, because we have such episodes in this season as Radio Bart, in which Bart receives a microphone radio for his birthday and uses it to go round the town pranking people, and actually pulls his biggest prank by pretending to be a boy trapped down a well. But the ironic thing is, he actually is a boy trapped down a well. So he's pretending to be a boy called Timmy O'Toole. At first, he's not trapped down the well. And when the coast is clear, he climbs down the well to get his radio back and becomes trapped in the well. And so a real rescue mission is then initiated to rescue him from the well. And of all musicians, they involve Sting, the lead singer of the band The Police, to rescue him, or to help rescue him. And Homer does this by telling Sting that Bart was one of his fans. Okay, whatever. Then we also have Brother Can You Spare Two Dimes, the season finale, and it's a sequel to Oh Brother Where Art Thou from season 2. In this episode, Herb Powell returns, and he goes to The Simpsons asking for a loan of $2,000 after he's learned that Homer has received exactly that and an award for outstanding achievement in the field of excellence, which is just this phony award Mr. Burns made up on the spot. And so Homer agrees to the loan to help Herb build a prototype baby translation machine. And when this new machine takes off on the market, he becomes rich again. Now, let's just rewind back to when Homer ruined him at the end of his first appearance. And now Homer's helped him get out of the gutter and back into riches. And there's this whole subplot of Homer wanting to spend the money on a vibrating chair. Okay. And then, Lisa wants to invest in the Tales of Great Western Civilization book series. Marge needs a new washer and dryer. Wouldn't a decent washer alone cost half of that? I mean... And Bart wants a machine gun. And the first thing Herb does when he makes all this money is he returns Homer's loan of $2,000, as well as giving him the chair. Yeah, he buys the chair for him. He gives Bart a membership in the NRA. Dude, you know the kid's 10 years old, right? He gives Lisa the first installment in the series of books that she wanted. And he replaces Marge's old washer and dryer and sells the old ones for $50. And that was the last time we ever see Herb in the series. You never see him again after this. And the last episode I'm going to highlight for you guys is Separate Vocations. Now, after an aptitude test reveals what careers Bart and Lisa are destined for, neither is very happy at first, as Lisa learns she's going to be a homemaker, and Bart learns he's going to be a policeman. And, well, Bart eventually warms to the idea of becoming a police officer after being taken on a ride-along and being given authority in the school as a hallway monitor, which is the American equivalent to our prefect system. So, and helping to solve the mystery of the stolen teacher edition books, because Bart's grades rise while Lisa's fall, and Lisa becomes a rebellious student. So they completely swap roles here. Really, this is the sort of madness you'd see in early Simpsons episodes, and these 3 episodes are just some of the highlights of the season. Because let's not forget now, this season begins on the now controversial episode Stark Raving Dad with Michael Jackson. Or, well, you know what. And then there's also Bart the M, in which Bart is accused of ing Seymour Skinner. I sound like a complete idiot when I say things like that, but yeah, you have to now, I'm afraid. So overall, this is a very good season of the show. Some of the best episodes are in this season, in my opinion. What's your opinion of The Simpsons Season 3, guys? Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, because this is the Advent season, you have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the next review is going to be of. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. Hello, and welcome to day 9 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown, or Advent Calendar Style Month. And for this, I'm going to be talking about the classic Christmas specials of Thomas and Friends. Now, I was going to talk about every Christmas episode I've seen, but two of those stories are basically just versions of A Christmas Carol. And those are from way modern in the series. So let me just tell you which ones I would say are classic Christmas episodes. Series 1's Thomas's Christmas Party. Series 2's Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree, and Series 3's Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure. So that's those three episodes. So let's start with the final episode of Series 1 from 1984, Thomas's Christmas Party. Now, Christmas is coming to the island of Sodor, and Thomas is busy and hard at work when Mrs. Kindly waves her hat out the window to stop him because there's a landslide under the tunnel. And to thank her for doing this, they invite her to a Christmas party at the engine shed. Now, there was no actual literary basis for this episode. The book written was an adaptation of this episode. The only scene they borrowed from an episode, or from a scene in the book, was the scene where Mrs. Kindly saves Thomas and his crew from running into a landslide. Now, for a first Christmas special, it is a very good one, and it is a true classic. Now, 1986, Series 2 ended with Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. Now, the plot of this one pretty much tells itself. Thomas is sent on a mission to collect a Christmas tree for the engine sheds, and gets caught in a snowdrift. Hence the Missing Christmas Tree part of the title. And it's up to Donald and Douglas to come to his rescue. Another excellent Christmas special. It's definitely worth a watch. And now we end this episode by talking about the Series 3 Christmas special, Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure, which would have aired in 1992. And this has to do with Thomas and Percy actually having their adventure by delivering Christmas presents to the people of Sodor. Parcels containing Christmas presents, that is. And this has Percy's innocent mistake of thinking Santa could fit down an engine's funnel. With this funny line. What's a Santa Claus? Well, Santa Claus is someone who delivers presents by going down chimneys. Percy looks up at his funnel. I wonder if... Thomas, to Percy. No! Chimneys, Percy, not funnels! Okay. Now, again, there's no literary basis for Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree either, but the episode itself was adapted into a book. This episode has no literary basis whatsoever, and nor was it adapted into a book later on. But it's coming from a series of the show which was a mix of adaptations and original stories. So... So, the classic Thomas Christmas specials. There you go. Now, I could go on about the modern Thomas Christmas specials, meaning the ones from the CGI series. Do you really want to hear me talk about those? Do you? Well, those are a bit of a double-edged sword because I haven't watched them all. A couple of them are versions of A Christmas Carol. And those episodes are as follows. And the reason I brought you over here is because I actually have a DVD with the CGI Thomas Christmas episodes on it over in this corner. Thomas's Christmas Carol. See if I can find it. It's a Duncan the Humbug, which is from season 19, is the first time they told the story of A Christmas Carol with the Thomas characters. It's basically Duncan being the Scrooge and having to learn the meaning of Christmas. Because as you know from the actual show, Duncan doesn't like doing things when he's in a bad mood, which is pretty much always. So yeah, there you go. And then there's Diesel's Ghostly Christmas, which I think is from season 17 or 21. And that's actually a two-part story. Which has Diesel as the Scrooge, and actually, over 20 minutes, tells the story a bit more faithfully than just Duncan the Humbug being themed around it. Here we go, Thomas's Christmas Carol. So, now I've just told you about Diesel's Ghostly Christmas, and this is actually the only Christmas episode on this collection that I've actually seen. So, I think I've told you about all the ones I've seen, which is what was my original plan for this episode. So I cannot tell you about No Place Like Home, Cranky Christmas, The Beast of Sodor, Letters to Santa, The Rail Car and the Coaches, or Donald and Douglas, because I've not seen any of them. I need to get right on that one. But that's my journey. And now, what do I think of Duncan the Humbug? It's a good, it's a good Christmas episode. It's just a single story, told in 10 minutes. And Diesel's Ghostly Christmas, I think follows this. As I said, I think it follows the story of A Christmas Carol a bit better than Duncan the Humbug, where it's actually Diesel as Scrooge and having to learn through the help of the ghosts. The other three other engines playing the ghosts about the meaning of Christmas. So now, guys, that is it for this episode. What do you think of these Christmas episodes? And if you've seen the ones I haven't yet, let me know what you thought of those in the comments below. And I We'll now ask you, if you enjoyed this video, to please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next installment of this series of episodes. Until then, guys, thanks for watching and have us a magical time. Hey guys, and welcome to day 10 of the Advent Countdown on Semajical Reviews, where it's time to now jump, or should I say walk through the back of a magic wardrobe into a magical land. The Chronicles of Narnia is here, and it's now. And where this is another book first and adaptation second, it's going to be a double purpose review. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. My review of the original 1950 novel that started the whole thing, and the 2005 film adaptation by Disney and Walden Media. So let's first jump back in time to 1950 when the book was published by C.S. Lewis. And what does it entail? Well, Peter, Edmund, Susan and Lucy are evacuees during World War II and they are sent to stay with an eccentric professor, Professor Diggory Kirk, in his manor house in the countryside for their own protection. And during a game of hide and seek, Lucy is the first to discover this wardrobe as she stumbles through the back of it into the magic land of Narnia, where she meets a faun who invites her back to his cave for tea and cakes, only to then confess to her that he was kidnapping her. Now, when she gets back to London, because he's in the pay of the White Witch, and his job is to hand over any human he comes across. So he lured her into a false sense of security. Now, when she gets back to London, or when she gets back to England, and tells Peter, Susan, and Edmund about it, of course they don't believe her, and Edmund starts making fun of her. Now, the next time she goes through after being upset about this, Edmund follows her and sees Narnia for himself and gets caught up with the White Witch, who manipulates him into joining her side. In the same way that all villains would manipulate good guys into joining their side. So Edmund is basically a jerk from the beginning of the book all the way till the point of his rescue. But wait a minute. I've just told you the ending before I've actually... Now, of course, when they get back to the manor house, well, first of all, Edmund turns Tomness in, that's the faun, for some Turkish delight. And the witch says that she wants to make him a prince. But she really has no intention of this. So, once he and Lucy meet up again after Edmund passes ways with the White Witch, they go back to the manor house, and Lucy tries to plead with Peter and Susan to believe her, but Edmund basically just says that he was playing along with her imagination, leading Peter to get angry with him. Now, it's not long after that Miss Macready has some visitors in the house, and they all run through the back of the wardrobe together, thus proving Lucy's point that Narnia exists. And Edmund is very quickly put on the firing line for making out Lucy was lying. Wait a minute. Now, they didn't believe her either at that stage in the story. So, well, of course they believe her now, so they apologize. And they make her the leader of the group. And this is where the adventure truly begins, because it is after the Pevensies all make their way into Narnia that they meet up with the beavers, who take them back to their dam for something to eat, and they're told the prophecy about them defeating the White Witch and becoming kings and queens. Yeah. Basically, Aslan, the creator of Narnia, the lion, has actually kitted out their entire army for them. And they're expected to go into battle and defeat the White Witch. Now, while they're talking about this, Edmund slips away to the White Witch to let her know that he has brought his brother and sisters into Narnia. And they set out that very night to capture them, causing them to have to go on the run. They do eventually manage to win Edmund back over to their side, though, and he apologizes for being a jerk. And they do win the day against the White Witch in battle. And spring starts to come. Now, if you're wondering what this prophecy is, and what it clearly states, it is fulfilled at the end of the story. When Adam's flesh and Adam's bone sits at Cair Paravel enthroned, the evil time shall be over and done. And when Aslan bares his teeth, winter meets its death, and when he shakes his mane, we shall have spring again. Okay. So I'm sure those of you who have actually read the book would know the exact ending. And now, of course, that's a good book. It's worth a read. The 2005 Disney live-action CGI hybrid film adaptation follows the same story beats and actually tells the story quite faithfully in the 2.5-ish hours that the film runs for. And we have an excellent principal cast. Let me tell you who the principal cast is. Right, okay. We have William Moseley as Peter, Anna Popplewell as Susan, Skander Keynes as Edmund, Georgie Henley as Lucy, James McAvoy as Mr. Tumnus. Tilda Swinton as the White Witch. The one and only Jim Broadbent as Diggory Kirk. And I believe so, but I haven't actually looked at the cast list for a long time for this film. But I believe it's Maggie Smith as Mrs. Macready. I might be wrong about that. And of course, Liam Neeson as the voice of Aslan. And again, because I've already told you the basic story of the film from telling you the plot of the book, I don't need to go over that again. So, definitely watch the film if you get the chance. Because it's a great adaptation. Of course, I should actually point out there are two other on-screen adaptations of this. The 1979 animated film and the BBC drama adaptation from 1988. And of course there are radio plays based on it, and there's audiobooks. So you can experience the story in whichever way you want. But I do recommend the book and the 2005 film adaptation. Okay, so that is actually going to be all for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time. I'll see you in the next review. Hey guys, and welcome to day 11 of the Advent Countdown on Semajical Reviews. And we're going to keep moving forward with this next review because it's of the 2007 CGI animated Disney film, Meet the Robinsons. Now, I'm going to assume that most of you know what this film's about already, but for those who don't, Lewis is a 12-year-old genius who resides at the 6th Street Orphanage, and at a science fair, he meets a 13-year-old boy called Wilbur Robinson, who claims to be a futuristic time cop. And when Lewis doesn't believe him, that he's sent there to track down a guy in a bowler hat who stole a time machine. And when Lewis doesn't believe him, he whisks him away in another time machine to the year 2037 to prove that he was indeed from the future. And this is where we get to meet his eccentric family. And eccentric is the word. And he has actually spent the last 12 years of his life actually thinking his mum gave him up because she didn't want him. And, well, the people he lives with, he stays with, the Robinsons, are one of the most eccentric fictional families to have ever been created. Now, the film itself is actually based on a children's picture storybook by William Joyce called A Day with Wilbur Robinson. And obviously now, through a series of flashbacks, we actually learn that it was one of Lewis's future inventions, the DOR-15 smart hat, that defected and rebelled against their creator, brainwashing the bowler hat guy into doing evil deeds. Now, the bowler hat guy, shock horror, turns out to be the adult version of Lewis's roommate, Mike Yagubian. And his backstory is that because Lewis had kept him up all night, he missed a winning catch on his big baseball game. And because of that, he took a very nasty beating and all his teammates hated him. Now, because of the time travel aspect of this film, we actually see the bowler hat guy going back in time to his younger self and advising him to bear the grudge. Worst advice ever, by the way. And also, we learn that the founder of the future we're seeing was Lewis's future self, and we learn that he is the father of Wilbur Robinson. And his name is Cornelius Robinson in the future. So, who are these eccentric family members? Okay. Well, we have Carl the robot. Then we have Franny, Lewis's future wife, who actually leads a choir of singing frogs, or a band of singing frogs led by Frankie. And then we have Bud and Lucille, the parents of Cornelius, the grandparents of Wilbur. Then we have Franny's brother Gaston. And then we have Spike and Dimitri, the Flowerpot twins. Spike, Dimitri and Spike, Dimitri and Spike, Dimitri Spike, Dimitri Spike, Flowerpot men. Dun 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 dun. No, it doesn't go, does it? Okay. Anyway, so the whole message of the film is to keep moving forward and letting go of the past. Oh yeah, so that was a deviation then. Then we have Lefty the butler, who's an octopus. Then we have Uncle Art, who is a delivery man for a pizza restaurant. But he dresses and works as if he's a superhero. Which he is. His flying saucer is his vehicle of choice. And then we have Bud's brother Joe. And then also we have Uncle Fritz. and his wife Tallulah. No, that's a cousin Tallulah. And his wife, I think it's Betty. I've seen the film loads of times. I can't remember what all the names are. But she's a puppet. And then Joe's wife Billy. Yeah, so how very eccentric these people are. And then we have Laszlo as well, which is Tallulah's brother. Now, of course, Bud Robinson and Lucille Crunklehorn, as her maiden name was, do appear at the end of the film. And after Lewis has learned his lesson, he has to teach the same lesson to the bowler hat guy, or Mike Yagubian. Now, guys, I know I told you basically the whole story of the film here. Mike Yagubian wants to ruin Lewis's future for ruining his life. Really? So, after all that, what do I think of the film? It's one of my favourite films. That's why I spent this whole review actually gushing over it. Okay. If you've seen the film, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. If I've interested you in watching it, definitely do so. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome to day number 12 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. And what am I going to be reviewing today, by the time you're seeing this, that is? Well, we go back to 1996, when Robin Williams played a 10-year-old boy who was growing at 4 times the normal rate. That's right, Jack. Yeah. A film that I don't think many people know or have heard of these days. Let me just explain this, let me just describe this to you plot-wise. Jack Powell is a healthy 10-year-old boy who's growing 4 times faster than a normal child. And when he attends school for the first time as a new 5th grade student, his classmates first think him a freak because of his, well, size and apparent age. He's 10 years old, but due to being born prematurely, he looks like a 40-year-old. And this film tells of his adventures at elementary school, where he is first seen as a freak and outcasted by his classmates, and then after an awkward encounter with some girls, his classmates start to accept him. And he makes all sorts of new friends. He starts out being tutored by Bill Cosby. Well, Mr. Woodruff, played by Bill Cosby. And when he moves into the elementary school, his 5th grade teacher is played by Jennifer Lopez, Miss Marquez. And other characters we meet on our journey with Jack are obviously his parents. That's a given. And also we meet the school principal, Mr. McGee. And the kids that he attaches himself to and becomes friends with. Those include Louis Durante, whose mum, Dolores Durante, we also meet in the film. Dolores Durante. Okay. And then other friends. Okay, we meet Eddie, George, John, Eric, and Victor. I think Victor also has another goon on his right hand side as well. But I think his name is Mario. No, guys, not that one. Okay. And sticking together through thick and thin, Jack and his friends overcome every obstacle they face in the film. And spoiler alert, the film ends at their high school graduation, where Jack is now 18 and looks like a 72-year-old. Okay. And in that time, his parents have had another child, his little sister. Now, I think, no, the lesson this film tries to teach is no matter what someone looks like, you shouldn't shun them. And anyway, there actually isn't an aging condition that causes you to grow 4 times faster than normal. But there is one that causes you to physically age on the outside and look, well, yeah, progeria, which is basically, yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean this to be a lesson in disabilities, but that's basically the film and what it's teaching you as a lesson. Don't judge someone by their external looks just because of their disabilities, but judge them by what's on the inside. And Jack has a heart of gold on the inside. So there you go. And he's played expertly by Robin Williams here. And if you like Robin Williams in his films, you might want to watch this one if you haven't yet. So you've heard my opinion. If you have seen Jack, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And tomorrow I will be giving you another review, but until then, you won't know what it's going to be. If you enjoyed this video though, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And y'all rednecks, have a Semajical time. Hi guys, and welcome to day 13 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Calendar Countdown. And I'm pretty sure you all knew this one was going to be coming. Here it is now. The Disney 1994 classic, The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen as Scott Calvin / Santa Claus, Judge Reinhold as Neil Miller, Wendy Crewson as Laura Miller, and of course, Eric Lloyd as Charlie Calvin, amongst others. So what's this film about, you might be wondering? Well, wonder no longer, because here is your synopsis. Scott Calvin is a divorced dad who is an executive in a toy company. And on Christmas Eve, he is looking after his son Charlie, who he has trouble connecting with. And on this particular Christmas Eve, he accidentally frightens Santa off his roof, killing him. But not to worry though, because through Charlie's encouragement, he reads Santa's card and puts on the suit, unwittingly entering into the Santa Claus, as he finds out after delivering presents to the other houses of the world and returning to the North Pole. He's found out that because he's put the suit on and read the card, he's now the new Santa. And it's up to Charlie and him to convince everyone, but at first, he's not convinced himself. Charlie has to convince him first as well. And everyone means mainly Neil and Laura, who are not believers in Santa anymore. But before they leave, though, Bernard, the head elf, gives Charlie a magic snow globe, with which he can summon Scott anytime he wants to see him, just by shaking it. And with that, over the course of the next year, a not-so-jolly Scott grows a Santa-sized tummy, goes white, and grows a beard. And obviously, with Charlie's encouragement and belief, he becomes the new Santa. And just in time for the next year's Christmas. Whether you like these films or not, or this film or not, it is a feel-good Christmas classic by Disney, and takes place over 1994's Christmas and throughout the whole of 1995 until that year's Christmas. So, my opinion, okay? This is one of my favourite films. Yeah, I don't care if I'm in the 1% that actually likes these films. And I know most of you probably don't. And some of you wouldn't have seen them before. So, if you have seen the Santa Claus, let me know what you thought in the comments below. If not, I'll leave it up to you whether you want to see them or not. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. The next one of these is coming tomorrow. At the time you're seeing this, you'll have to wait till then to find out what it is. And, well, thanks for watching and have a magical time. Well, hello there once again, guys, and welcome to day number 14 of the Semajical Reviews Advent season. And for this episode, we're going back to the world of South Park to review the second Christmas special they ever made, Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson, from 1998. This was the 16th episode of season 2, by the way. Now, for those who haven't seen it yet, I do warn you that there will be some spoilers ahead for the entire plot of this episode. You've been warned. It's on your heads if you stay. When Stan's parents say no to a trip to Cartman's grandmother's house for the Christmas holiday period, Stan sneaks off anyway to go and join them. And while they are at the Cartman residence in Nebraska, they meet an escaped convict, Charlie Manson, who has escaped alongside Cartman's Uncle Howard from Nebraska State Penitentiary. And this then turns into an adventure when Charlie is the only one who is willing to take them to the mall to visit Mr. Hankey, who turns out to be a mall worker in a costume. No surprises there. Okay. Just stick with your mall Santas, people. Come on. No one wants to see a mall turd. And of course, Stan's parents drive to go and collect him after realizing he's disobeyed their direct instructions not to go. And the Hurricane Sharon ensues. Anyway, The whole thing basically plays out like a Charlie Brown Christmas special. And it even ends with Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And of course, the moral at the end is, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done, forgive and forget and have a nice holiday. Put it all behind you. Just Christmas is for family. Remember that. So, guys, if you've seen this episode, oh wait, my opinion, it's one of the best Christmas episodes I've ever done. Now, if you've seen this episode yourselves, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as usual, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what the next one's going to be. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. This is day 15, and I'm going to be taking you back to, I believe, the 1960s or 70s for this one. Rankin and Bass, stop motion classic, Nestor the long-eared Christmas donkey. Now, how do I describe this apart from, you know the Christmas Carol, Little Donkey, and how it's about Mary and Joseph taking a donkey ride to Bethlehem to give birth to Jesus? This is basically that, in the form of a Christmas special. Only it takes on the same type of story beats at first of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, how it's a little donkey who is outcasted, but how different he looks to the other donkeys. He has long droopy ears. And then overcoming adversity to perform his special task. So yeah, Little Donkey in the form of a Christmas special. That's what this is. It's a wholesome little Christmas special. And I know a lot of you out there from the US and Canada would have seen this already over your years and introduce your kids and grandkids or whatever to it. So what do you think of Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey if you've seen it? Let me know in the comments below. As usual, The next one of these is a surprise. You'll have to wait till tomorrow by the time you're seeing this to find out what it is. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome to day 16 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. And what am I going to be reviewing here in this episode? Well, let's join Mr. Peabody and Sherman as they invite us for a trip in the Wayback. Okay, let me explain what that is. Mr. Peabody is a hyper-intelligent speaking dog who has earned the right to adopt a human boy named Sherman. And as an adoptive father and an inventor, he has built a time machine called the Wayback, and he spends Sherman's entire childhood taking him back into history to see what it was like in person, while also putting him in danger. So, with Sherman now 7 years old, at risk of being taken away from him by social services, he has to try and prove he can be a good parent to Sherman. Now, this is basically like training a dog, but in reverse, with a dog training a human. And the time travel, well, it is like an epic adventure. We see all the things they do, they meet, and all the historic figures they meet. And we also meet a classmate of Sherman's, a girl who at first treats him like an outcast. And of course she doesn't believe him about the way back, so to prove it, he takes her back in time, and she gets stuck in ancient Egypt, so they have to go back and retrieve her. And then there's this whole thing about not traveling back to a time where you existed, because of it being a paradox. Anyway, it all ends up happy in the end, and it is a fun family adventure. But now I can't help wondering, way back, is that an acronym for something? If you know if it is, let me know what it's an acronym for in the comments. If you enjoyed the film yourself, or if you've seen the film yourself, let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course, as usual, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the next review is going to be. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hi guys, and welcome to day 17 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown, where it's time to head back down to the town of South Park as I review its 4th season. This season of South Park originally aired in 2000 for 17 episodes, which took the show's total at that point in time to 65 episodes, the magic syndication number. And as this was in the year 2000, quite a few of the episodes, in fact the first 4 of them, have 2000 in their titles. And what storylines do we have for you in this season? Well, we have the storyline in which the kids make the jump from 3rd to the 4th grade. And we also have Kyle having kidney problems. And the introduction of a new disabled boy. Yeah, so really, some of my favourite episodes in this season include some of the ones I've just mentioned. Of course, there are certain plot lines I actually can't go into detail of in the video because of obvious reasons. Okay. And yes, okay, we also get to see Mr. Hanky again in the season. This is the 4th season in the row we've seen the guy. But he has a family when we see him again this time. And we also give him Pip's backstory as well. So, guys, what are your opinions? Now, I think this is a good season. And I'd like to know what your opinions are. So if you would please just let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome to another Advent Countdown here on Semajical Reviews. I'm going to be doing one for the kiddies today. TOS TV Snowy Adventure. Now first, before I tell you the synopsis, let me give you a bit of background on TOS TV. TOS TV was a British children's television show which aired on CITV through Central and then Granada Television. Pardon me. Between 1993 and 1998 for 276 episodes, including 3 specials between 1994 and 1996, I think those were. I mean, they did Big Treasure Adventure. Pardon me. Which is the one where, well, the Tots are pirates. American Adventure, where the Tots visit America. And the subject of this review, Snowy Adventure, which I've already just said, which is their Christmas special. I think this was like probably the first or second of the big three. Now, in this special, the Tots arrive at Lapland and start traipsing across it. Along the way, they see a man who keeps a reindeer. So Tilly and Tiny do Tom up on me to be a reindeer to pull their sledge. And after they crash, they see the man himself, Father Christmas. So that's the first segment. In the second segment, Tom goes off to buy a Christmas tree while Tilly and Tiny stay at home to decorate. And when Tom brings home the tree, they decorate. Yes, that's right, they decorate the tree. And the very last scene shows them going to bed at night and hanging their stockings up. On Christmas Eve, of course. So I think this whole special may take place on Christmas Eve. Now, of course, the show itself depicts the many adventures they go on with their magic rucksack. And this was one of those adventures. Now, for those of you here in the UK who grew up with this show, well, first of all, it's been one of my favourite Christmas specials in general for my entire life. For those who grew up with TOS TV here in the UK, what are your thoughts on this special? Now, in previous months, I've actually reviewed the entire show on this show. I did that over the summer, so if you just go back a few months, you'll find that review. So let me know in the comments below. And as usual, the next one of these will be coming your way tomorrow, and you'll have to find out then. what my review for day 19 is going to be. This was day 18, by the way. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a magical time. Hey guys, and welcome back. And this is day 19 of Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. And yes, we're doing another one for the kiddies here in today's episode. I'm going to be reviewing all of the Tweenies' Christmas videos or episodes. Now, they were released in 4 VHS/DVD compilations over, sets or over the years. And I'm going to go through each and every one, telling you which episodes are on them and what I think. So let's go first over to the original video they released in time for Christmas. This would have been in 1999, if I'm remembering rightly, and that would be that's right, Merry Tweenie Christmas. This had the original 5 Christmas/winter episodes on it. Why did I say /winter? Well, because one of them wasn't specifically a Christmas episode. We're going to go right through what you can expect to find in this Christmas collection. In this particular... Yeah, so the first episode made for the Christmas season ever was The Fallen Star, which is the episode that opens this video or DVD of the Tweenies. In this episode, Fizz finds a fallen star, which he wants to put atop their Christmas tree when they get it. Yeah. It's a very simple plot, isn't it? Okay, so the next episode they released as a part of the 1999 Christmas season was The Christmas Fairy. Very simply put, the Tweenies get their Christmas tree and start to decorate it. Bella wants to be the most important decoration of them all, the fairy on top of the tree. So she dresses herself up as a fairy and tries to leap up to the top of the tree. She has to imagine herself as the fairy, though, and grant them their wishes. What? Okay. Actually, I said 5, didn't I? I meant 6. Sorry. The third of these episodes was the Nativity. No, it wasn't. It was Santa's Little Helper. And in this episode, Jake, in his persona as Dotman, goes to the North Pole with an elf to help him sort the colouring scheme out on their wrapping paper. And the tweenies have also brought presents in for each other. But the funny thing is, each of them wants what they brought in. Which is not the idea of giving someone a present, people. Oh, no way. No, come on. The fourth of these episodes is the Nativity, and it's very simple. The tweenies are putting on the Nativity play, the story of the birth of Jesus. And it's quite funny that Jesus should exist in the tweenies universe. I wonder what he would look like as a tweenie, now that I come to think about it. Oh. Okay, moving on. The fifth of these episodes is Christmas Eve. Very simple. It's Christmas Eve and the tweenies are going home for Christmas. And they actually get picked up by Santa and taken to the North Pole for a story. And the tweenie Santa, does it not look like someone who already takes care of the tweenies? I'm pretty sure it's just Max in a Santa suit. Okay. These are the first pieces of Tweenies media I've covered on the channel, so I should have explained to you what the Tweenies is for those who don't know. I will do after this. The sixth and final episode on the Merry Tweenie Christmas collection is Frosty Day, which is just it's just a wintry episode in which they make it a frosty day indoors. And they involve Jack Frost in the episode. And that's because it's a frosty day outside. But there's no frost in the Tweenies' garden. Now, okay, so that's those 6 episodes. They're all very good episodes. Now, for those who didn't grow up in the UK and may not have got the Tweenies, well, you did get the Tweenies over on Noggin in your country, or whatever. The Tweenies is a preschool kids TV show made here in Great Britain about 4 multicoloured children who attend a daycare nursery, who are cared for by 2 adults, one elderly gentleman and one middle-aged woman. And they start out with one dog who's yellow and red, and they get another one later on who's purple and cream. And it just basically tells you of their adventures and the things they get up to. So, on now to the next of these. Are you ready for this? Because the next one is... So, on now to Everybody Panto, which is about the tweenies getting ready for a pantomime they're putting on. It is 5 episodes. 4 episodes leading up to, and... I think it's only a... Hang on. Let's just tell you about the episode, shall we? So, the first episode is Invitations, and this is where the tweenies make invitations to invite their parents to a pantomime they're going to put on. But they can't decide which one they should do, because everyone wants to do a different pantomime. So they do something called the Fickle Finger of Fate, which involves spinning Max around to choose the pantomime. Now, okay, if I remember rightly, Bella wants to do Cinderella. Okay. Milo wants to do the Snow Queen, which they wouldn't have been able to do with just 4 of them now that I think about it. So, and Fizz wants to do Aladdin. So to compromise them not getting to do it, because Jake and the Beanstalk even is chosen to be the pantomime they do, they get to watch the rest of the ones that they didn't get to do. So there you go, they just make invitations. Okay, so the next episode in this collection of episodes is called Wilson. In this episode, Milo builds a little snowman and brings him indoors to keep him warm, only to be sad when he melts. Idiot. You should have known snow would melt if it gets warm. Come on, Milo. Okay, the third of these episodes is Wishes. In this episode, Fizz uses Doodle's bone to make a series of wishes about her friends, each one backfiring as she imagines it happening. Take, for example, her wish about Bella not being bossy. And the imagination of this wish coming true is Bella just being super reasonable with what Fizz wants to do. Except that Fizz doesn't want to do any of the stuff still. Her wish for Milo to calm down results in him just sitting reading books and not wanting to play with anyone. What? And her wish for Jake to be a bit older results in him being very clever and kind of a know-it-all. Well, of course, when you wish out loud, you're not supposed to have your wishes come true. So, the fourth episode is Getting Ready, and that's where the tweenies are just getting ready for their pantomime. And then, of course, the last episode of this collection is Jake and the Beanstalk, where they actually perform their pantomime. So that is basically the Everybody Panto collection of episodes. There are 5 of them there. You've just seen me list them off and give you the synopsis. My opinion of these episodes. Another brilliant set of Christmas episodes. So now on to the third set, which would be Enchanted Toy Shop. Yeah, there you go. And these 5 episodes are as simple as anything to describe. The first episode in this collection is Penelope Pink, in which we first see Bella bringing in a model toy shop and setting it up for their 4 adventures. Fizz is the first to go into the toy shop, where she meets her pop idol Penelope Pink, a singing doll, who turns out to be nasty at first, but then turns nice with Fizz's help. So, okay, now the second of these episodes is Highly Strung. In this episode, Jake goes into the toy shop where he meets an old string clown puppet named Jangles, who is very nervous and worries about everything, and with Jake's help, he gets his confidence back. All you need is some porridge. In the third episode of this collection, Little Blue Plane, it's Milo's turn to visit the toy shop. And he meets two characters, actually. He meets a little blue plane named Joffy, who flies him off to rescue the toy he first wants, Commander Cosmos. Only to learn that he's not as cool as he thinks he is. So changes his mind to the little blue plane. And no, the plane's name is Joffy, not Joffrey. So it's nothing to do with Game of Thrones, people. Okay. The fourth episode is Mousehole Theatre, and this is Bella's adventure into the toy shop. And, well, she basically is then, while in the toy shop, puts on a play with some little plastic mice on an old toy theatre. Yeah. There's not a lot much to be said there, so not a lot else. She becomes their director, the person who tells everyone what to do. Okay. And also being the most important character of the show, Tinkerbella? I swear the Sweeney should have done a version of Peter Pan. Tinkerbella. I mean, come on. And now the last of these episodes is Christmas Morning, in which it's time to go home for Christmas, and the tweenies all get what they wanted. And that'd be all the characters we saw them meet in the 4 prior episodes. And yes, we see the tweenie Santa again, which I swear is just Max in a Santa suit. And we also see the tweenies version of Miss Kringle, which I swear is just Judy. So, yeah, Max and Judy are the Santa and Miss Kringle of the Tweenies universe. And no, for those of you who never noticed, but the Tweenies version of Santa, aka Max in a Santa suit, has 4 puppet reindeer. What great covers. Okay. Another 5 excellent episodes, though. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about isn't actually a collection of episodes. It's a live show, but it is one they did for Christmas in 2009. That would be Tweenies Live, A Christmas Present. Now, this was actually their Christmas live show, as I stated they did in 2009. And it was a follow-up to their first live tour, which I believe came out in 2003, when the show was still on. So, well, that's basically it. I mean, it's just them live on stage singing Christmas songs and doing Christmas activities. There's not really much else to report on, apart from my overall opinions of all 4 of these items. They are 4 excellent pieces of Christmas media, but for a gang of children's characters that are sadly no longer relevant. So, from when coming from back when they were relevant. Wow, it's a true time capsule. It's from a more recent history though, from 1999 to 2003. Anyway, I should point out before I finish that they also had two other specials. They had Jungle Adventure and Nighttime Magic. But I'm going to talk about those at a later date. Okay. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have nostalgia over the tweenies yourselves from when you were children growing up here in the UK, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until tomorrow, have a Semajical time. Hey guys, and welcome back to Semajical Reviews Advent Season so Advent Season. This is day 20, and we're going back in time to 1964 to have a look at the very first Christmas special by Rankin Bass Studios, or as they were known at the time, the Video Graphics Group. It was made using stop motion and puppets, and it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, what is the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Well, you know the famous Christmas carol about Rudolph? It's that, but as a 25-minute special. It's just, like, all the story beats from the song are there. You got Rudolph being born with his red nose. You got the young reindeer being picked on for his nose. He teams up with a young elf named Hermie who wants to be a dentist, so he's outcast by the elves. And yes, even though the other reindeer did laugh at Rudolph because of his nose, Santa still comes to him one foggy Christmas Eve and asks him to guide his sleigh. No, guys, I'm not making this up. This is a real Christmas special. Yep, it is, yeah. Hey. Well, for those of you in the UK, well, you know, this would be one of the Rankin Bass specials that you will know of, because it's available in a collection of 4 other specials that include 3 others, actually, that are actually part of this as well. So, without further ado, guys, here's the song on which this film is based for you right now. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. And he did. Okay. So now, of course, what are your thoughts of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Christmas special based on this song? Do you have fond memories of it, for those of you stateside on that side of the Atlantic? Because if you do, let me know in the comments below. I think this was a great special. How have I managed to see it? DVD. It was released over here, remember, as part of a set of 4 specials. But how was I able to see Nest of the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey? Well, I imported the rest of them, okay? Okay, yeah. I imported the rest of them, so... So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll look forward to seeing you for day 21 tomorrow. But until then, you have to wait and see what I got up my sleeves. Oh, well, I've got my arms up there. You know what I meant. I hope you do anyway. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe once again. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Hey guys, welcome to day 21 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. Now being 4 days away from the big day, and now on the first of the final 4 episodes of this countdown. What am I going to be reviewing? Well, the 2019 Disney Plus film Noel. So what is Noel about? Now, spoilers ahead for those who haven't seen the film yet. Noelle is the daughter of Santa Claus, and, well, with her brother who's supposed to be next in line to take Santa's job over as the 23rd incarnation of the face of the holidays. She goes down to Earth to try to convince him to take the job. Well, goes down to LA, I think it is, to try and convince him to take the job, and only to find out he doesn't want it, which then puts her as the next in line. But she's there to try and convince him, and unable to, she then starts seeing a bunch of things around the city that she then has to try and prevent, and make sure don't happen. And, well, in the end, the job as the next Santa, spoiler alert, goes to her, because she's unable to convince her brother to take the job. So she becomes the first female Santa Claus. After 22 generations of men having the job, the first woman of the family gets the job. And she makes the mistake of going down a non-Christian chimney. Now, she does go around houses while out in the summer heat, or so to speak, to try and convince her brother to take the job, and ends up actually getting caught up in an adventure along the way, which then leads to her getting the job, or taking it over from her dad. Okay, now, I might have misremembered a lot of that, but that is, hopefully, from what I told you, the basic story of Noelle. And, well, it's a good Christmas film, but it might not be for everyone. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And also, if I've misremembered any of it, also let me know in the comments below. As usual, you'll have to wait till tomorrow, from the point of this recording, or from when you're seeing this, to find out what the next review is going to be about. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time.
Let's go.
Hey guys, and welcome to day 22 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. And we're going back to the world of Rankin Bass Christmas specials, this time for 1971's Santa Claus is Coming to Town, based off the classic Christmas song of the same name. And it basically tells you the story of a young baby. Well, it starts off, it's a young baby who is taken in by a family of elves called the Kringle Elves, who raise him to become the toy maker known as Kris Kringle. And then basically from there, he goes into Somber Town and gives toys around. Basically, it's the origin of how he becomes Santa Claus. And it actually follows the story of the song tells as well, quite faithfully. And yes, this is the pattern Rankin and Bass did for their Christmas specials, basing most of them on classic stories or Christmas songs, and managing to tell excellent stories with them. Now, I'm sure you know how the Christmas song actually goes. And no, I'm not going to sing it for you, because that's not what this show's about. This is a review show. Okay. Oh no. I sang the song of the which was the basis of the last one of these I reviewed, pardon me, but not this time. So guys, for those of you who grew up stateside who would have grown up with these specials year after year since it first aired, I'm sure you'll have very nostalgic memories of this. I thought it was a good special. Not one of the best, unfortunately, but still a good special. But let me know what you think in the comments below. As usual, the next one will be a surprise until you actually see it broadcast, or until you see it premiere tomorrow. And we only have 3 of these, actually 2. We only have 2 of these left now, guys. So, I will see you for the next one tomorrow at the time of this. Well, by the time you're seeing this. Or whenever. Anyway, so, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have us a magical time, for goodness sake. Hello, guys, and welcome to day 23 of the Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. There's 1 day left after this, so what am I going to be reviewing here? Well, you know the classic Charles Dickens story of A Christmas Carol? Now, what if you were to take that story and replace most of the human cast with Muppets, and then cast Sir Michael Caine to play the main role of Ebenezer Scrooge? Well, you would get the 1992 Disney classic, The Muppet Christmas Carol, which basically is the story of the Christmas Carol with the Muppets. It follows all the same stories about Ebenezer Scrooge, the old miser played by Sir Michael Caine, who hates Christmas and thinks of it as a humbug. Alongside him, we have that is until he gets a visit from 3 ghosts, or 5 in this case, usually 4. But the 3 ghosts of Christmas to take him to the past, present, and future, and help him change his ways. So alongside him, we have Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit, Miss Piggy as Emily Cratchit, Gonzo the Great as Charles Dickens, Rizzo the Rat as himself, a whole bunch of other rats as the bookmakers or the bookkeepers, I can't remember the names of the actors who play Fred and Clara, so we have to leave them out. Fozzie Bear as Fozziewig, Kermit's little nephew Robin as Tiny Tim. Basically, and Statler and Waldorf as the Marley brothers, Jacob and Robert. And this being a Muppet production, you can expect a whole lineup of musical numbers. And this film does not disappoint there, with such classics as Mr. Humbug, A Grateful Heart, One More Sleep Till Christmas, and of course, Marley and Marley. This is one festive classic you do not want to miss. If you haven't seen it already, go and watch it. If you have seen it, then are you nostalgic over it or not? It's because it is, in my opinion, the best version of the story put to screen, hands down. And I go back to it every year. So guys, what are your opinions, if you've seen it, of the Muppet Christmas Carol? Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow will be the final day of the Advent Countdown. So what will I be reviewing then? Well, you'll have to wait and see as usual. So until then, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a Semajical time. Ho ho ho! Welcome back, guys. And this is it. The final installment of 2023 on Semajical Reviews Advent Countdown. Day 24. And this Christmas Eve, I have chosen to review Mr. Saint Nick. A little known Christmas film from 2000 and something. Hang on a minute. 'Sorry about the darkness here, guys. Let's turn this light over here on. There we go. I think it's right from 2000 and... 2002. Okay, so from 2002, that tells the story of... Well, spoilers ahead. For a 21-year-old film. Santa is retiring after 100 years on the job and needing to pass it down to the 21st generation in his family, his son Nick, or his son Mr. Saint Nick, who lives down in Hawaii and is living the high life. And when he finds out he's to take over the North Pole after his dad retires, well, he is at first reluctant to do so. And after a bit of convincing, agrees to do so. But this takes him on a misadventure across the country of America. And as he sets up a website, Mr. Saint Nick, and he goes down the Saint Nick. Ba-bum-bum. Oh, sorry. And after getting out of jail, he does eventually, he continues his adventures before eventually going out to the North Pole to become the new Santa Claus. So it's another story of a generational Santa, with Kelsey Grammer playing Santa's son. Now, you might remember Kelsey Grammer from such TV shows as Cheers and Frasier. And for what this film is, it's okay. It's not one of the best Christmas films out there. Not one of the worst either. It's just a fun film. If you've seen Mr. Saint Nick, let me know your comment. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. At the time you're seeing this, hopefully, which will be on the day of its upload, or on the evening of its upload, tonight would be the night he comes. And by he, I mean Santa. So, if you want to have any hope of getting what you asked for Christmas, you better be on your best behavior. Or as they say in the Christmas song, be good, for goodness sake. That's right, guys. And now, on a more serious note, I don't actually believe in that. You know, the old naughty and nice this thing. But anyway, a very Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year. The next one of these will be well, I don't want to promise anything in case I can't keep that promise. But you will have to wait and see what it's going to be, because there will be a few more episodes before the end of the year. But the next one won't be until after Christmas. So I'll see you hopefully then in a few days, guys. The next one may be my review of what I've done over the course of this year. So until then, guys, if you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have us a magical time, and once more, a very Merry Christmas to you, and to all, a good night.